Hey guys, I'm back. I'm a little sick, so that's why it might be quiet, but I'm back and I'm gonna do a full Ultra Sabers review today, because I did a quick review a while ago. It was only about 4 minutes long, 5, and so I'm gonna be doing a full review and talking about how they're great and stuff like that. And so yeah, let's get started with it then. Okay, so this is the hilt of the Dominix V3. And I got it with the L-ion setup, and I'm going to take this thing apart and show you everything about it and why it's wonderful. Okay, so deconstructed, we have the regular vented pommel. One thing that I don't like about this is really the only complaint that I have with the company ever, is how open this is. I'm just worried it's going to punch a hole in the paper speaker. But then we have the speaker module, which is this thing, this little cylinder. Then here are the two Flamberge 3.6 volt lithium ion batteries, USB port, and the Obsidian USB sound. Then up here we have the hilt, non-illuminated AV switch with the beveling around the sides. I think that's great. And we have two choke points along the saber. And down in here we have the LED module in Counselor Green. So I'm going to put this back together and talk more about it. So a couple of great things about this is the AV switch. It's pretty hard to push, which is good, because with the Ultimate Effects Sabers that I have, I was hitting the switch while swinging it, and that was really bad. And the blade retention screw is nice. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there it is. And that's great for putting in the blade and not worrying about it falling out. But the one thing that I have noticed is this. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a bit of rattling. And that's the LED module wiggling around. Mine is not MHS emitter compatible, but it is pommel compatible. So I could buy like a, I think my next purchase might be a catalyst pommel, because that looks really, really good on the Dominix V3. But I cannot buy an emitter, which I don't know why I would need one. But the only thing that I am kind of sad about is the fact that mine does not have quick disconnect LED, as far as I know. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and get the blade in and ignite it for you guys real quick. Just a side note, this is the blade. It is some sort of plastic, I don't know. But the tip of the blade is this clearish plastic with a mirror in it, so that intensifies the brightness. But in here, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little bit of blade crinkling that is only because I tightened the screw a lot in that one place, and it just kind of crushed it, which is no biggie. But okay, on to the next part. Okay, so here's the saber with the blade in. As you can see, it really has some great qualities. I think it looks really good, even non-ignited. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this on. Okay, so you can once again hear the Obsidian USB sound. Right now I have a Frankenstein mix-up of a Kit Fisto sound font and a episode 3 sound font, I think. So I took the best sounds out of both of those and put them on. So here's the idle, hum, clash, clash. Lock up. And power down. So I think this is a really good sound font. It has some really good qualities to it. That's what I really like about the Ultra Sabers, is that they're really compatible with your own customization and such. Like you know, just the kind of stuff. Like, hey, I want it to sound like his lightsaber, or like her lightsaber, or like a dark saber, or there's even like a song sound font where you like clash it and swing it and stuff, and it plays a song, and it's really cool. But so I guess I'm just going to talk about some customizations that I've made. So I'll be right back. So the first customization that I made was a makeshift blade plug, because I'm too cheap to buy one of their actual like regulated blade plugs. So here's an ignition with the blade plug in. As you can see, it reduces the brightness a lot, like looking in there. Doesn't do anything, honestly. It doesn't hurt your eyes or anything. And I think it looks great anyway. So let's go ahead and pop that out, and I have to make sure not to look in it. So yeah, that's compared to without it. So that's a really bright LED module. And so the second modification that I made was I went to Hobby Lobby and bought some Shrinky Dink, which is this plastic that you like cut up and put in the oven, and like you color on it and stuff. But I made some makeshift color discs, so let's go ahead and pop those in. I'll just put the blade plug in so you can see what it does to the color. As you can see in this case, it makes a Sunrider's Destiny or an Arctic Blue. You guys can argue about that. Oh, that does not show up great. Okay, but no biggie. You can just take that out. See, it makes, I think of it more as a Sunrider's Destiny. So, on my hands, you can see it. And so, I can get a bluish color out of it. I tried to get a Sentinel Yellow, but it wasn't quite right, so I just decided to scrap that idea. I had some yellow color discs. One of them shattered because I, like, dropped it, and so they're pretty fragile. It's like a cheap plastic that I made these out of. I think they work great. For my friend Mason, I think I'm going to make a couple of red ones. So with his orange LED, you can have a blazing red. So let's get on to the next part. So I'm just going to talk about the company. It's a wonderful company. Everything is completely customized. Like, if I were to get a Covertech wheel, I would tell them where to put it, and they would put it there. Great customer service. I ordered it, and I got it, I think, 5 days later, which is amazing if you think about it, considering I got the cheapest shipping, which is just the FedEx generic shipping. So they know what they're doing, and it only took 1 day for them to build it. Mine was a deal of the day. That's why I bought it. That's why I could afford it. Because it was like $20 cheaper than it is normally. So also the quality is great. The hilt is made out of aircraft grade aluminum, which is what they have on airplanes. So I don't think I'm going to be breaking it anytime soon. Also, I just didn't get anything extra. So considering their customer service level for like not what they're used to, because they're used to people being like, no, I want this, and I want this. Compared to me, who's just like, yeah, no, just send it to me. So I think that it's a great company, and I recommend it over Saber, Forge, and even the Ultimate FX and the whatever it's called, the other one, Force FX. Yeah, those are the really popular ones that have like the power up and stuff. But those are for movie replica. So if you, like my friend Mason said, if you really want a movie replica, go to Force FX. Because otherwise, Ultra Sabers just makes, they make Anakin's first saber, the Chosen One. They make the Guardian, which is Obi-Wan's saber. Then they make the Consular, which is Qui-Gon's. So, otherwise, it's a great company. Mine's, they have two types of sabers there. They have the basic saber and the non-basic saber. Sorry, there's like a little reflection. Okay. So mine's kind of a halfway point in between the two. Because mine has some advanced features, but it has some basic features along with that. So, okay.